Hello everyone. So let's implement the program for perfect number to understand the while loop in Java. So I will create a new project for that. So file, new Java project. Then the name of the project is perfect number demo, and I will click on next, finish. And then in the src folder I will add some class which will have the main method. So suppose the name of the class is something, say app, and then main method I will select. So I will write my code here. So before that, what is perfect number? Perfect number is a number. So definition of perfect number is something like this. It is a number which is for which the summation of its factors excluding that number is equal to that number itself. So first I will write down the definition of perfect number. So perfect number, so it is a number for which summation of its factors excluding that number, because every number is its own factor. So I will write excluding that number equals to the number itself. So let's understand that with some example. Suppose I consider 6. 6 is the example of the perfect number. Then what are the factors of the 6? 1 is a factor of 6. 2 is also a factor of 6. And 3 is also a factor of 6. 3 to the 6. Now if I add them, 1 plus 2 plus 3, then the summation is 6 itself. Now I should not consider the 6 as a factor here, because we have mentioned that we summation of all factors excluding that number. So the factors 1, 2, 3 I am taking for 6, and summation of that is 6. Another example of perfect number is 28. So what are the factors for 28? 1 is a factor of 28, then 2 is a factor of 28, then 28 is not divisible by 3, then it is divisible by 4, so 4 is a factor of that, and then 5, 6, 7. 7 is a factor of that, and after that directly 14. 14 to the 28, so 14 is a factor. You should not consider the 28 number itself. So if you sum them, 14 plus 7 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, then summation will become 28 itself, 28 only. So that is another example of perfect number. So for this I want to write a code. So how to do that? First of all, I will declare one num variable, say int num, and I will accept that from user. So to accept that from user, I will create a scanner class object, new scanner, system.in, and I will scan the variable num. So I will import the scanner class object. So I will keep my cursor here, control space, it will import scanner class object. After that, system.out.println sysout, enter number. Then I will say num equals to sc dot next int, so it will scan the number, and then I will calculate the sum of factors. So how to get the factors of that num variable? So for that I will write some while loop. So let's do it using while loop, because in this video we are learning the while loop. So what I will do, while some condition, I will check if that particular number is divisible by, first I will divide that with 2, then 3, then 4. So it's like I have to take one extra variable, which is some counter variable, say count equals to 1, and I will initialize that with one value, because I need to check every number from 1 to that particular number if it is completely divisible. Uh, so how it will be? So count equals to 1, and here I say num mod count, equals to 0. So if it is completely divisible means remainder will be 0. So in that case num mod count will become 0, and then I will increment the count variable. So this thing I will repeat. I will check every number from count to that number, or you can say half of that number. So it will be something like the condition will become count is less than num by 2, less than equals to, because I need to consider the uh, half value also. So it will be count less than equals to num by 2, and then I will check num mod count. If it is becoming 0, then I will add that to the sum variable. So sum equals to sum plus count. So this is how I will find out the summation of factors. Now sum is one more variable which is initialized with value 0. And now if that summation becomes equals to the original number, so original number is num and summation of factors is sum. So I will check that if sum equals to num. So if that summation equals to the original number, then I will print system.out.println perfect number, else I will print else if, or rather else system.out.println not a perfect number. So this is how I will implement. Let's run this. So here I say 6 and it is giving the output as perfect number. I run it again for some other value. 23, it is not a perfect number. 28, perfect number. Okay. 1 is also perfect number, so I can check. 1 is not a perfect number. Okay. Yes, 1 is not a perfect number. So yes, it is working fine, and this is the syntax for the while loop in Java. So thank you everyone for watching the video.